If you could change any choices you have ever made, would you? You can always make another choice and change the course of your success. Everyone has the potency to make inspired choices. Get ready to listen, share, and experience the creativity that is you. Now, here is the host of Inspired Choices radio show, Christine McIver.
That's me. Welcome, everyone. I am thrilled to have you here with me today. Today, we are going to be talking about a favorite subject that most people get freaked about. They want it, but they're freaked about it. They won't look at it, but they're desiring it. It's crazy. Guess what it is? It's all about money, honey. We are talking about money tonight in relation to your business. So here's the question that popped in this week. Why is my business not making money? If you are challenged with that, or you're challenged with it not making enough money, or you desire it to make more money, this is where you need to be. Remember, you can always ask questions live. Come on over to inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. Click on the chat room. Come on in there. You can ask questions there. And you can also join the live studio if you wish. Our producers will guide you into the live studio where you can be watching. And if you would like to come on live, you can ask a question just over audio. So don't worry, you don't have to come on the video. I am really excited about tonight because this topic seems to be up in so many people's worlds. And why not? Money is important. And without money, we can't do a lot of amazing things. So let's talk about money, honey. Before we get deep into the show, I want to tell you a little bit about me. Who am I? So I am Christine McIver. I am a strategic and systems executive coach. I am someone who loves to look at the bigger picture and lay out a plan. I'm kind of like the engineer for your business. We lay out the whole plan. We look for the systems that are going to best work for you to bring you to those goals and those targets that you so desire. And every single person should be able to hit their targets because, you've probably heard me say this before. If it's on your heart, it's absolutely possible for you. And why not? There is so much money in the world. There are so many opportunities in the world. They are ripe for the taking. But sometimes we don't know exactly what we need to do in order to create that. Well, that's where I come in. And that's where I love to bring hope and possibilities and systems, really a step-by-step process. So you don't have to be flailing all over the place, worrying about how am I going to get there? What am I going to do? What do I have to do today? We make it easy and we make it pleasurable because to me, business is pleasure. So if you are desiring pleasure, if you're desiring more money in your business, and if you would actually like support with a lot of sarcasm and major cheerleading and absolutely butt kicking, do reach out to me. My email is christine@inspiredchoices.ca. And together, we will move you forward into 2022 with so much fun that you're actually going to be really, really happy you are in business. So let's get into tonight's show. As I said, it's why is my business not making money? So you're going along, you're working really hard, and you're like, where's the money? You have great work ethic, you have fabulous ideas, you're determined, but the money's not showing up. Creating a business requires many, many aspects, and making money is not always so straightforward. Let's end the confusion tonight in how to have the money follow your work actions. So the very first thing that I am going to tell you is, my friends, you can't make money and your business can't make money. There's actually only two people that can make money in the world. That is the bank, right? The bank of your country makes the money, your mint makes the money, and counterfeiters. So unless you are one of those two, you cannot make the money, honey. Now, I heard that just a little while ago, and it blew my mind. It really changed my perspective around making money. You can make a lot of work. You can make a lot of busyness. You can make a lot of craziness, but you can't make money. But what you can do is you can receive money. You can have money. You can gift money. You can play with money. You can call money to you, but you can't make money. Now, how many of you are just like, boom, that is a huge eye opener, right? It's like, oh my gosh. And we know that words are very, very powerful. We know that words are very powerful, and we know that everything is energy, and most certainly words are energy. So we want to be very conscientious around our words, especially with our business. So we are doing a beautiful energetic dance so that we can receive and have more money. Absolutely. So one of the things that I have noticed with a lot of people that are in business, and I absolutely did this as well, is you're very busy getting ready so that everything's ready and everything's lined up perfectly, and you've crossed every T and you've dotted every I, and you're absolutely ready, and you're going there and you're getting ready and you're getting ready to get ready. How many of you are getting ready to get ready so you can actually get out there, right? It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy how much we are in the doing, the doing, the doing, the doing. And if you're someone that has ever had any challenges with money, guess what? You are going to have even more challenges when it comes to business and really stepping up to receive and have money. The energy of having money and receiving money means one really big thing, my friends. You acknowledging you acknowledging the brilliance that you are, what you bring to the table that other people desire. Now, I have talked about this again and again, and I'll talk about it again tonight. Each and every person that's in business must follow their heart. You need to follow what lights you up and turns you on. Now, why is that? Because joy and love and desire are natural magnets. They are magnets for money. They are magnets for creative ideas, and they are magnets for customers and clients. And why is that? Well, nobody wants to be around a grumpy person like this, somebody that's sad, somebody that's disappointed, right? We want to be around people that are successful. We want to be around people that are happy. We want to be around people that are excited about what is going on. Remember, the energy of excitement is so magnetic. If you see someone that's joyful and happy and excited about life, if you are not in that space for yourself, you are definitely going to lean in to want to learn what it is about them. Or you may be in that lovely space that I call, I'm going to resent the hell out of every single person out there that is happy. I'm going to resent the hell out of everybody that's making money and I'm not. I am just going to walk around with my arms folded and I'm going to be pissed off. Anybody ever been there? For a couple of weeks, a couple of years, a couple of lifetimes, maybe even a couple of hours, right? Of course, we are looking outside of ourselves and we're looking what other people are doing. And there are successful people all over the world. There are. And, most people, when they are showing up on social media, it's because they are in a really successful, happy place, or they're trying to portray that, right? Well, if you are picking up that they're happy and you've not been so happy, you may go into that resentment energy. Well, what is resentment? What is resentment? Resentment is, how the hell do you have that and I don't have that? So you're looking outside of yourself, you're looking at someone else and you're saying, it's not fair. I work hard, I do what's required, and I don't have what you have. Why the hell not? Well, the very first thing you have to be willing to do is you have to be willing to acknowledge, okay, she has something I don't have. What's the difference? There is a difference. Don't look over at that person with the eyes of resentment. Look at what are they doing? What are they being that I could learn from them? You know, there are always going to be people who are more successful than you are. There are always going to be people that are less successful than you are. There's always going to be people that are more joyful, less joyful, more adventurous, less adventurous. There's always going to be differences. Differences are not bad. You can learn from other people. You might be looking at some people who are, not very kind and kind of resentful and putting on anger. And you may say, you know what? That used to be me. I'm so grateful that's not me anymore. I'm going to keep choosing to be happy. And that's one of the biggest things about my business doesn't have the money. It really is an important piece that you're looking at. What am I choosing? Am I choosing to actually have money? What is your relationship with money? Have you ever asked yourself that question? What is your relationship? Do you even like money? Do you believe that there's only one good thing for money? Money is just good for paying bills. You can't take it with you, right? And you better squeeze it tight. You better hold on. You better not spend all your money, right? How much joy is in those points of view? There is a great deal of judgment, and there is a great deal of fear in all of those statements. But imagine if you were actually in the space of knowing that there is an unlimited amount of money in the world. Do you know that? Do you know that when the governments need more money, they just go to their printing machine and make more money? But most money is only electronic online. We're not physically walking around with bags of money and paying for things. Most people are transferring money electronically, and that's the way most money is. So if the world needs more money, they will create and make more money. So if you can get your mind to that space of knowing that there is so much money in the world to be had, to receive, you might just start to shift your relationship for your business to have more money. That's a very big place where you want to start when you're looking at money in your business. What is it? Do you believe you have to work harder than ever? If you have been working, let's say you've been working 50 hours a week in your business and you don't have the money, you might think you have to work 60 hours a week to have the money. You might think you have to work 70 hours a week to double your money. How attractive is that thought to work even longer hours, to put in even more effort? It's not so attractive. So you want to ask yourself, do I have that point of view that I have to work much harder to actually receive the money that I desire? Please ask yourself that question. We're going to go to our first break of the show. I have a lot more that I want to cover with you, so stick around. And if you're over in Facebook land and then you're watching, I would love for you to come join us over here on Inspired Choices Network. We have got a lot more coming up, and we're going to be finishing out our Facebook show for tonight. But the show is absolutely not over. Come on over, my friends. Your business is going to thank you, and so will you. All right. You're listening to Christine McIver here on the Inspired Choices Network, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Many of us make choices in our lives based on our past experiences or what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join Inspired Choices Radio Show with Coach Christine McIver, You'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know, but may not choose, that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back and brings all her expertise during each and every show. Are you ready to create the life and the living you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices Radio Show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with Coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
All right. Welcome back, my friends. Yes, you are listening to Christine McIver here on tonight's show. Why doesn't my business make enough money? Oh my gosh, so many questions. And, can you perceive that conversation that people are having all over the place? Who hasn't been there? I absolutely have been there. And there's a number of reasons, a lot of reasons why your business may not have the money that you desire. And here's the very first one. Do you know that you are an expert in your business? Do you? Have you ever acknowledged that you are an expert? You know what? Most people have such a difficult time with self-confidence, and they have a very difficult time acknowledging their capacities at being absolutely amazing. If you were going to hire someone to do any kind of work for you, let's say somebody that's going to take care of your home, somebody that's going to replace the roof on your house, or somebody that's going to repair your car, or even somebody you're buying shoes from. You want to ensure that you are always working with somebody that's an expert in their field. Do you want to invest money into a product or a service where you're not going to be getting expert service and expert products, like just the best? Of course not. Because if you're not, you know that you're going to have to pay that money out again. Have you ever taken your car to a mechanic and, a week later or 2 weeks later, it's broken down again, and you take it back to that same mechanic again and again, and they maybe refuse to do it. Maybe they refuse to give you your money back, but you need that car. So what do you have to do? You have to go get somebody else. Well, now you're going to maybe look at their qualifications. You're going to examine, are they really what I need? Are they going to give me what I desire? Well, you don't want to work for, you don't want to hire someone who is like, yeah, I'm not bad at what I do. It's pretty good. And you don't want somebody who's wishy-washy. Who wants to hire someone that's wishy-washy? You want to hire someone who knows their stuff, who stands behind their work, and somebody that will stand up and say, listen, you want to hire me? You're going to get an expert. This is what I do. So first of all, do you know that you're an expert in your field? And if you don't, why not? What do you need to be able to say with confidence that you're an expert? Do you need additional training? Do you need a mentor? Do you need support? Do you need to learn some new aspects in order to assist you to have the skill set to say that you're an expert? Perhaps you have the skills and you have the talent, but you don't have the self-belief that you're an expert. I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to really look deeply at what you do. I've had this conversation several times in the last week about things being easy. What I am very good at is easy for me. Now, easy doesn't mean it would be easy for you. Easy means that I have invested time. I have invested years in what I know. I have been educating myself continuously. I have been learning new systems. I've been learning new programs. I show up at events. I show up online. I am reading the latest in my area of expertise so that I am staying current. I am an expert in my field. I will go toe to toe with anyone, either someone who is a strategic systems and business coach or someone who is a broadcaster and a producer. I know my stuff and I will stand by it. And I will stand up and I will proudly share that with anyone who wants to listen. I know what I know and I own it. I am an expert in my field. Now tell me something. Could you speak about what you do with that much conviction and that much determination? Or did I just make you very, very uncomfortable with the idea that you would actually have to step up and speak with that much authority about what you know? If you want to really create your business and have your business have more money, have more people hire you, and have people refer to you, you must own your expertise. And if you do not feel like an expert in your field, do something about it. There is so many resources at our fingertips, and we can learn them so quickly today. 20 years ago, you could not become an expert as quickly and confidently as we can today. You can learn things every single day that will elevate you to expert status. Now that, my friends, is on you. Your business is crippled if you do not own your expertise and you do not shout it from the mountaintops. Anybody and everybody you are speaking to and everything that you put out there on social media, in your profiles, in your bios, all of that, it needs to speak to your level of expertise. When people look for someone in your field, you want to be at the top of the crop, right? You want to be someone that other people refer people to you. You want to have someone absolutely say with conviction, she knows what she's talking about. I would absolutely refer you to her with confidence that she will deliver what she says she will deliver. If you don't have that, first and foremost, nothing else is going to matter. And I can tell you that it took me some time to get to that space. I was more worried about people liking me and thinking that I was arrogant than I was really looking at it from the level of someone hiring me and investing their money in me and knowing what they got in return. They expected an expert. I'm sure that that's making sense for you. If you are challenged at finding that space for you, email me. I would be happy to have a short conversation with you. And I know with confidence we can change that for you, and very, very quickly. The next thing that I want to talk about is, are you comfortable in your business? Are you comfortable? You're happy with what you're doing. You're happy with the amount of hours you're putting in. You're happy with, how much time you're spending on your marketing and your social media. You're happy with your systems. You're very comfortable with everything. Are you comfortable? Well, you need to get uncomfortable. This is what I know is I don't need to be miserable, but I need to be uncomfortable. And the difference is being miserable is feeling like you're failing. Being uncomfortable is that space where I'm challenging myself. Are you challenging yourself? Are you stretching yourself each and every day in your business? Do you have an accountability partner? Do you have a coach? Are you investing in your growth in yourself and within your business? If you are not, your business is not going to be able to change. The only time that you grow is when you are uncomfortable. You do not grow and you do not create greater when you are comfortable. Comfortable is being in your comfy slacks, your sweatpants, your old raggy t-shirt, and sitting on the couch. Who wants to hire somebody with that energy of comfort? Would you not much rather hire somebody who is professional, who looks like someone they would be proud to say, hey, this is my coach. Hey, this is somebody that I go to. They're an expert for me. Think about that. If someone was going to introduce you, what's the energy and what do they actually get to see and experience with you? Are you willing to show up and challenge yourself every single solitary day? I know since we've been home for the last 2 years, I've been working from home since 2008. But most people, this was a shock and they started working from home. And of course, we all know the big joke about, people sitting at their desk and they're on video calls and they're having video calls all the time, all over the place. They're doing Facebook Lives. They're doing all sorts of video conferencing and video replays and video tapings. And yet they've got no pants on, or they've got just their underwear on, right? We all think that's a big joke. You know what? Stop it. Just stop doing that shit. Because the way that you hold yourself and the way that you show up, it actually changes something, the way that you do show up when you step up and you look the professional. You look like, I want you to imagine that every single day you're going to be on a stage and somebody's going to say, okay, Christine, tell us what you do. Tell us why you are someone we want to know and why we want to hire you. Imagine if you were standing on that stage. Would you be standing there in your underwear or in your shorts? No, you wouldn't. But I'll tell you something. If you are sitting and you have no makeup on and you haven't done your hair, guys or girls, you haven't, done nice clean face, you haven't got a nice outfit on, you don't have to wear like your most expensive clothes, but a nice outfit on where you look polished and put together and you look trustworthy, people are not going to want to connect with you. And you are going to miss opportunity after opportunity after opportunity when you are not showing up with first the energy of I'm a professional and second with the visual that I am a professional. Something changes when you show up. Something changes with your energy when you show up looking and feeling professional. You actually put different energy into your day and into your business. And those opportunities to maybe have a quick video and connect with someone. You see someone online and you're like, oh my gosh, that's somebody I would love to work with. And you can reach out to them and instantly, what if they said to you, hey, can you jump on a video call right now? I would love to talk to you. I want to hire you and I need to do it right now. Would you be ready? Would you be ready? Or would you have to make up an excuse and lie and possibly miss that sale? This is very important that we look at this. Your business is going to receive more money when you are hired more often. And the way that you, the owner of your business, shows up makes a huge difference. So what did we learn this time? We learned we need to get uncomfortable and we need to show up professionally. It's so, so important. All right, we are off to our second break of the show. This is going very quickly. I have a lot more that I want to share with you, and I really do hope that you understand I want you to be successful. So I'm bringing everything I have to the table so that you can be more successful, have more pleasure, and most certainly have more money. Stick around, everyone. We'll be back right after this commercial break.
Many of us make choices in our lives based on our past experiences or what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join Inspired Choices radio show with Coach Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know but may not choose that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back and brings all her expertise during each and every show. Are you ready to create the life and the living you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices radio show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with Coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, everyone. I am so glad that you are here with us today. And we have got so much more that I want to share with you because being successful is so, so important. And do you know why it's so important for you to be successful, for you to have money, for you and your business to prosper and really grow in the world? So you can make a difference in the world. You came here with a purpose. You have gifts, probably many that you haven't even discovered yet. When you show up and when you are being successful, you can contribute to the world in ways that are very much needed. Have you ever driven down the road and someone was standing there needing money because they were homeless? Imagine if you were able to turn around and hand that person $5, $1,000. What about going and putting them up in a hotel for a week? What about helping them to get a new wardrobe and to get a makeover and helping them with some career coaching and getting them a home? Can you imagine having that kind of money where you can make that impact in one person's life? Imagine making that impact for every single solitary homeless person in your city. This past week, when I was watching the goings-on in Ukraine, my heart broke, which I'm sure many of yours did. And my heart broke, and what was going through my mind was, I friggin' want to make more money so that I can contribute. I can make a difference for those people that are going through what they're going through. I want to be able to make those choices to change the world around me and the world around all of us. I want to have the amount of cash that says, no, this is not okay. We need to change this. That's why I do what I do. That's a big part of why I do what I do, because I want to be able to make those big, gargantuous choices, right? Yes, I want to take care of myself. I want to take care of my family. I want to enjoy luxury. Absolutely. And so we should. It's available to us in the world. But I also want to be able to make that contribution. And so becoming an expert in my field and owning what I know is critical for me, because my desires are possible and so are yours. Again, are you willing to get uncomfortable to get there? All right. The next thing that I want to talk about is we were talking about being uncomfortable in the last segment. But what I want to know is, are you keeping up with the changes in the world? Are you keeping up with the changes? And I don't mean the news necessarily. Have you ever worked somewhere where somebody said, no, this is how we do it. We're not changing it. This is how we've always done it. And you knew in your mind, oh my gosh, this is so outdated. This is ridiculous. We're wasting so much time, right? I'm sure most of us have had that experience at one time or another. Well, what if the mirror was turned on you? Can you actually say that you keep up with the changes? One of the most recent things that is going on is people that are considering TikTok, right? So TikTok's been around for a while. It, of course, started out as a young kids app. And then all of a sudden, we've started to go over there, people of many different ages. And there's still a lot of people that are getting a lot of viewers that are saying, you're too old, you shouldn't be on here. And a lot of people still have a point of view of I'm not going on that. That's ridiculous. That's stupid. People just dancing and carrying on. Have you spent any time investigating it? Have you considered that, well, if there's that many people on there, what's it all about? Or are you set in your ways that that's not how you do it? There are still people in the world that have no idea what Twitter's all about. They go, I don't get it. I don't understand Twitter. And so what they do, they put up their barriers and they don't want to learn about it. They are not keeping up with the changes. Well, if you're a large corporation, and I'll use like Blockbuster, I think Blockbuster was in the US. If you were a company like Blockbuster did not keep up with the changes. And where are they today? They're gone. Their businesses, everything are gone. And they could have done so many things to adapt to the new ways of what people were looking for. If you're not changing, and you're not expanding, and you're not growing with where people and the demand of the market and the world is growing, if you're not moving in those directions, you will be left behind, and you will feel it in many ways, most especially in your bank account. Now, I know it's not easy to change. I understand that. But what if the new ways, some of the new systems that are out there could be more fun, could be more easeful? Here's a statistic for you. Most people that I know that are in business, their primary location for business is Facebook. Why is that their primary location? Because it was probably the first place that they ever went on social media. It was probably their very first social media app. I remember when Instagram came along, I went on there. I probably went on there like 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, I don't understand. And I just shut it down. And I closed it off for probably 2 years, which was crazy. Now that I look back on this, I'm like, this is a really awesome platform. Every one of these social media platforms, they have their gifts, they have their advantages. There is a lot of opportunities to share what you do, your area of expertise in the world. Now, what you've got to remember as a business person is that you need to be showing up where people are showing up. If you say, look, I don't understand Twitter, I don't get LinkedIn, it doesn't make any sense to me, there's no damn way I'm learning another one, I'm not going over to TikTok, I'm just going to stay in my comfort zone, Facebook, and I expanded into Instagram. If that's the only 2 places that you're going, and we say that there is primarily Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn, there's primarily 5 social media apps where, as a business owner, you can be growing and expanding and interacting and sharing what you do. If you're only willing to go to 2, you have just lost 3/5 of your possible clientele. 3/5 of your possible clientele. Think about that. If there are 10 clients in the world, you now only have an opportunity for 4 clients, an opportunity. And that's if they like what you do, that's if they're interested, and that's if they even see you. If you are not showing up on these apps with your businesses, having your business have an omnipresence, how are you going to be found? These are some of the primary places where people will discover what you do and will want to hire you as they get to know you. Now, here's a very interesting statistic. If you are promoting anything on Facebook, and I'm not talking about paid ads, but if you are promoting on Facebook, you're interacting and you're posting on Facebook, the actual interaction percentage on Facebook, and that's what we want, is we want people to interact with our posts, right? The percentage is 0.03%. That's the percentage of how many people are going to interact with your posts. That's insane. Listen to how high TikTok is. TikTok's interaction is set at 54% right now. And I can tell you that TikTok is growing. TikTok is growing fast. Now, I don't know off the top of my head, out of 10 people on TikTok, how many of those people are actually business people, but it is very, very low, much lower than Facebook. So what does that mean? If the interaction or the algorithms are so low that you're only getting 0.03% interaction reaction on Facebook, and it's 54% on TikTok, and the number of people are higher on Facebook that are in business and much lower on TikTok, where do you think you're going to get the most traffic? Where do you think you're going to get the most interaction? Is it time? Are you ready? Are you ready to actually receive more money and to receive people seeing you? Maybe one of your challenges is actually being seen. Maybe you're one of these people that like to be behind the scenes. There's nothing wrong with that, but you still have to connect to have customers. You still have to be putting yourself out there, and you've got to figure out how you can do that so you can create this business and have the money that you desire. It's not just about working harder. It's about working smarter and looking at what's actually going on in the business world today. That's critical. You need to be showing up as an expert with confidence, and you need to be looking at where you need to be showing up. I know that this is a lot of information, and I know it feels challenging, but it doesn't have to be. If you start one step at a time and you're determined that every day you're going to challenge yourself, very quickly you will find that your business is going to start to actually, the energy of your business is going to wake up, and it's going to start to show up and support you as well. I have a lot of shows that I have done in the past. Do check out all of my shows here. You can check them out on Inspired Choices Network. You can check it out on Apple, Spotify, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Binge TV, your favorite TV, YouTube, SoundCloud, you name it. We've got them all over the place. I have well over 300 shows, and I talk about business in more than 75% of those shows. If you want to learn more business tools that will contribute to you, to assist you to get comfortable, to grow and generate even more money, do check out those shows. So it's Inspired Choices with Christine McIver, and we are on the Inspired Choices Network. Now, before we take off, I want to tell you about a really cool thing that I've just created that my business is asking me to, and I had to get uncomfortable with creating it. I have a brand new free masterclass. It's free for now. It's a masterclass about how to show up on audio, how to show up on video, and how to create a show just like this show that you're listening to and watching, how to create it with confidence and really having that foundation under you. So when you show up as the expert, you are going to generate and create more attention for your business that will turn into more cash in your bank. So you can go over to inspiredchoicesnetwork.com/choice, or you can find the link right here in this episode. You can get that class. It is jam-packed worth of so much content. There's video, there's workbooks, there's transcriptions, all sorts of things in there. I've got a couple bonuses as well. And my friends, that class is valued at over $1,500, and it is not going to be free forever. I can tell you that. So you want to go grab that. Or if you know someone that absolutely wants to show up and begin to really create with their voice and their image and bring their expertise to the world and have their presence seen all over the internet, this is a course that you should certainly go and check out. All right, we are up to our final break of the show. I've still got more I want to share with you, so do stick around until the end. You are listening to Christine McIver on the Inspired Choices show here on the Inspired Choices Network, and we'll be right back.
Many of us make choices in our lives based on our past experiences or what others believe. What would our lives be like if we made our choices based on what we desire for our futures? When you join Inspired Choices radio show with Coach Christine McIver, you'll be provoked to look at what is true and what you know but may not choose that requires your attention. Christine does not hold back and brings all her expertise during each and every show. Are you ready to create the life and the living you truly desire? Listen for Inspired Choices radio show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Inspired Choices Show with Coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email by sending to Christine@InspiredChoices.ca. Now, back to the program.
Oh, thank you so much for being here tonight, my friends. Wow, we have talked about a lot of different things, and you're probably on overload, but all of these things can be such a contribution to you. Even if you were to implement one of these things that I was talking about, it will begin to change your business. And you know, in order for you to actually have more money and to have more clients in your business, you have to be connecting with people. You have to be really creating a plan to connect. And that's the next thing that I want to talk about is your system. What is the system that you have for connecting with people? Do you have a system, or do you just randomly hope that somebody is going to magically find your one website in the billions of websites in the world, and they're going to reach out and they're going to say, you know what? I want to hire you because your website is so brilliant. I know it's just the thing I'm looking for. No. That's not going to happen. What actually is really, really important is for each and every one of us to have a system to start connecting more and more with other people. So here's one of the big things that I love to do with my clients is I love to sit down and look at what their targets are for, I like to look at a year. I like to completely expand out and look at the year. And then I like to step backwards into the current month and really lay out all the things that they do in their business, all the services, the products, the classes, whatever it is that they're doing, and then begin to create a plan. When you have a plan, you can wake up every single day and you have targets with that plan. If you don't have a plan, you wake up and you start organizing your desk, organizing your files, getting caught with emails coming in and going out. You get so scattered that you get to the end of your day and you have not connected with anyone. You have not reached out. You have not created a conversation of a possible new client coming on board. My friend, conversations are where you make the connections. And when you make the connections is when you have people say yes. And when they say yes, that's when the cash flows in. We need to be making connections on a daily basis. You need to understand how many people say yes when you speak to them and how many people say no. Based on that information, you're going to know if this is my target, this is how many people I need to be speaking to monthly and daily. When you start to break it down like that, an old saying that still rings very, very true is cinch by cinch, it's an inch. You know, when I started to first do my business, and especially when I started to do my producing here with the Inspired Choices Network and with the previous platform, it was important that I was reaching out to speak to new people, and I would go to classes and I would stand up in those classes and I would let people know what I did and let them know about the opportunity to have their own show. And when I did that, I told them, you can ask me any questions you'd like. And this is where I began. I just started to tell people what I did and that there was an opportunity that they might also be interested in. And then I booked conversations. I had one-on-one conversations with people, asked them what they were looking for, and showed them what I could do to support them. My friends, having these conversations, having a system and a target of where you want to go and what you want to accomplish is going to have you hit that more times than if you have nothing. No system, you're wailing around going, where are my customers? And that's when you can get into deep depression and sadness and frustration. You need to have a system. You need to have a system of how many people you're going to be contacting and how you're going to be contacting them and what you're going to be offering. Imagine if you spoke to 2 people a week with your business today and you decided that, you know what, beginning tomorrow, I am going to triple that. I am going to speak to 6 people a week. I am going to speak to 1 person every day. 6 days a week, I am going to talk to 1 person. Your business, when you play with the numbers, your business is going to automatically start to double and triple with the income. If you're not showing up with your expertise and you're not having those conversations, what's going to change? Nothing's going to change, and you can get lost in the frustration. I have been there. I have been so frustrated at times. I didn't know whether I even wanted to go on. But what I do know today is I have to show up, and I have to show up with my brilliance, and I've got to own it. I've got to believe it. And then I've got to go out there and I have to be like the Electrolux man. I got to start knocking on doors. I need to start communicating with people and let them know that I'm out here and what I have is something that I absolutely know can contribute to them in their world. My friends, get uncomfortable and get excited because there's so much money in the world to have. Stop trying to make the money. Start connecting with your business and connecting with your brilliance. Thank you so much for being here. That's it for tonight's show. We'll be back next Wednesday again. Again, you can find me all over the internet. And remember, until next week, you can always make another choice.
Thank you for choosing to listen to Inspired Choices Radio Show. Christine McIver will return next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, be willing to choose what you really desire. This is your life, making the choices that bring you all that you desire.